Okay, so now the brief history in time is addressing the future and the past, and the future past. And could God have created the universe in time in a past or a future past? So, well, moment by moment, I'm realizing this that the past keeps on repeating itself into the future. So, future past is kind of redundant. At some point in the future will be the past. That much we know. So, let's don't get past this point. Let's think about the future, not the past. So, so if God created the universe at some past time, did he know that in advance in the future? And could he see that? Probably so. He probably created the universe at some point in the past, obviously, but the universe is expanding into the future. So the past becomes the future. So then the past is part of the future, and you can't really separate the past from the future because the past leads to the future. The future looks back to the past is moving forward into the future, and yet they're inextricably connected and linked. Hence past future, the term past future. So you can never really let go of your past. You kind of bring it with you into the future, and that would be called, well, if you're find this electrifying, this topic, that would be called Future Shock, which was written in the past, by the way, that book, Future Shock. Shocking, I know, but it was written in the past. So we have the future that's connected to the past. We have the past future and a future past. So where does it leave us with the present? Well, it's somewhere in between the past and the future. The present stuck somewhere in between there. Probably where? Probably right smack dab in the center of time. The present time. It's always a good time, I say. It's the present time. It can be found anywhere along the timeline, preferably in the present. But we have the past future, and how did God create the past future? He had the presence of mind to create it in the present. So he created past future, the past and the future. When he was present, he created the present because he was present. So if he was present, or is always present, then there is no past. And there can't be any really future because he's always present, because he created the present, which is now. So there is no past and there is no future. So forget what I just said. There is no past and no future. So I think we've gone past that topic. We don't want to jump ahead too much into the future to talk about it because it will be where? Not in the present. So if God creates the present, presently, he's always to be found where? In the present, not in the past, not in the future. The universe, on the other hand, had a past. Billions of years ago had a past. It's expanding now where? Into the future. But the universe is still present. How do we know that? Well, let's see. How do we know the universe is still present? That's a very good question. Because we look in the telescope at the Hubble, we look back in time, look back to the past, we see the past from a distant past, and we're looking at it with a futuristic device called the Hubble telescope, which was made not too long ago, and we're using it presently to determine what the past could have been and what the future could be and where it's going. So presently I'm considering this, and presently I'm thinking about this and contemplating this. I'm not going to be stuck in the past. But just a moment, I'm going to theorize that actually God created everything in the present, including Hubble and including the Hubble telescope, to look both back in time and in the future, presently in space. So that's how we know the universe is present, because mankind has invented a device to go out and look at the universe, scan the universe in present time. NASA is probably involved with this presently, and they're transmitting signals back to Earth presently using a device that was made in the past but is looking into the future. Follow that? Okay, good. I'm glad you're present with me to understand this concept, because I surely don't.